Hey, good morning and welcome. He's Kevin, I'm Fred. We're Kevin and Fred. You're watching kevinandfred.com. And today we're bringing
That's
you...
an original name.
It's super original. And today we're bringing you a topic fresh from the streets from our most recent gathering with Gary Keller in Austin just a couple weeks ago. We had the opportunity to spend an entire day with the man himself, who, you know, we all put on a pedestal, but for very good reasons. He is one of the biggest thinkers I've ever met in my entire life. And you know, one of the things that the biggest thing I took away from there, and I'm gonna read my notes just so I get it right. But he challenged us. He actually looked at us and he goes, you know, most people think that if they're growing like this, kind of linear, that's good growth. He goes, but I'm looking for geometric growth. I'm looking for this geometric progression where instead of doing this, we do this. You know, we start this way linear, but we don't keep going, and we hit a certain point where we geometric growth. And so he challenged us. He said, do you guys think linear slow, or do you think geometric fast? I'm like, who's having that conversation with us on a daily basis?
Yeah,
Gary Keller is.
Yeah, absolutely. Who's challenging you? Okay, so you and I talked about coming into this year. We did 190 transactions last year, 14610 Phoenix.
Correct.
We talked about doing 300 plus this year in 4610 Phoenix, building a plan actually for 3,000.
Yes.
And we walked away from that meeting going, 300 seems kind of weak.
It does.
I mean, right? It seems kind of weak when you really talk about that. I mean, is that really geometric progression? And
it totally does, because Gary was challenged us to go beyond just whatever your unit total is in your real estate business. He was really saying if you've grown a real estate business to hundreds and hundreds of transactions a year, then you get business. You should actually now, in addition to growing your real estate team, you should now start building other units of business inside of your enterprise, if you will, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
I mean, he literally sat there for most of the day with us, and the one sheet on the little whiteboard that he kept going back to was the one where he kind of drew us, this circle of us, and he drew all our little individual businesses that are part of our big enterprise. And so he was challenging us to think, you know, if you want geometric growth, if you want to get beyond just linear growth, because linear growth's great, but it's limited. I mean, it can pretty much project where you're going to be every year. He goes, I'm looking for geometric growth. And he goes, you know, we've experienced one of those in our company. He goes, but we've been on a linear trend the last few years, or recently, let me say it that way. And we're looking to literally turn the tables.
Geometric progression. Yeah.
We're looking for our next geometric progression. And so they've already started taking huge steps and strides towards that progression.
Yeah, that's why you hear about the growth initiative. It's a geometric growth initiative, really, if you want to break it down.
Yep. So anyway, I thought we'd share with you today just that simple concept. It's not a hard concept, but then the question becomes, what action do you take? The concept's not hard to get. Okay, linear growth versus geometric growth. Oh, well, let's see. If I'm into growth and I'm into profit and I'm into big, then I want geometric.
Yeah.
But then the question becomes, do you start taking actions that support geometric growth, or are you continuing to take actions that support linear growth? Or worse than that, are you taking actions that aren't promoting growth at all, which that's a whole nother conversation, which we're not going to even go there on this show. But the idea is, like, what actions are you taking? Are you thinking big enough for geometric growth? So anyway, just wanted to bring a little bit of Gary Keller's wisdom and big thinking your way. Hope you've enjoyed that concept and that you'll do something with it. And next time on Kevin and Fred, you will see us, well, not live, but you'll see us filming from the great state of Colorado.
New home.
Coming soon.